Hajime. Thanks for coming back and joining me. So I did talk a little bit about TikTok, and now it turns out that one of my friends who I'm working with on the performance bonus has now also directed me to do lives on TikTok. Now, I thought it was very interesting that she said, no, you need to just know people in order to get on there without needing to have 1,000 followers. So I don't have 1,000 followers at all on TikTok. And she says that there is a possibility to develop TikTok without having those followings at the beginning for live shows. So I've now been locked into that, and I'll let you guys know, even though I'm really still very hesitant about TikTok and I know the behavior that happens on there. I'm still going to give it a try and see how it works out. It might not be for me, it might be for me, I don't know. I might have difficulty because I already know how students and people are within a student environment. So I have to see how it works out. I do enjoy my space, and I'm sure other people would enjoy seeing me work on music as well. So I am going to utilize the live shows for that particular purpose. We'll have to see, I don't know, I'm still debating. And since I had Dior on the other day, I'm gonna hold him for a few moments so you guys can see him. I've had to put him in his house most of the day because he is very, ooh, hold on. I'll hold you for a little bit and I'll put you away. And he sheds. No, come, you can be responsible, come on. There, like that. Okay, you can see rabbits are not known to be good with being picked up. I know this, they're not babies. Okay, how do you want to be held? You want to get down, okay. He wants to get down, okay. We're gonna do it for a few seconds, okay? Just for a few seconds. I'll let you down just now. Okay, I'm gonna hold him for a few seconds and then let him down, just because I had Dior the other day on camera. So you can see he's very, ooh, he doesn't like it very much. He's very antsy, he's not down to be held. Rabbits are not, they like to be petted, but they don't like to be held. So this is one thing about rabbits. Just a bit of an educational thing, I guess. He's well, he's much smaller than Dior, but he has claws that are as sharp as Dior's, and his teeth are extremely sharp. So I'm just holding him for a few seconds, and then I'm going to put him away. So you can see he's like this. It's quite a beautiful looking rabbit out of nowhere. He just arrived. We're still, I don't know, I think my husband's still debating on it because our space is small. And he is in a house that's a reasonable size. I wear a lot of black, so you just imagine the amount of time that it takes to clean up clothing. Okay, so today is my day for a Poshmark live show. I'm trying to be more consistent on Poshmark because I feel as if I've been on there for much longer than all the other platforms. And it is important for me to continue with live shows. If anybody is on Poshmark or whoever is interested in signing up, please let me know, or I'll link my passcode, access code, down below if anybody's interested to try out Poshmark. You could be you might have to be 18 and older for that because you need like a credit card and ID and all that stuff for verification. But it's definitely a good platform to have, especially if you do work from home like I do now. As I was saying, the complications that I had with working in certain environments and education departments, I just don't believe in certain things that they necessarily believe in. I feel it's important that the environment, and like even I'm so OCD, I'm even trying to make sure that I'm cleaning up. He loves to be held. This is a baby right here. Rabbits are not known to be picked up very well. They're not great picker-uppers, but cats, oh, especially Persians, oh, they love it. They love it, right, Dior? They love it. Where's they love it? It's a love. As you can see, I'm involving my fur babies into the visual project because I think it's important to to show how to treat animals as well. I've always been an animal lover. I was a horse rider when I was younger. I did dressage and jumping. I almost went into competitions. I was at the top of my class, and then I chipped a bone on my back after jumping over a jump a horse didn't jump over, if that makes any sense. The horse kind of backed out, which was not the right size for a certain horse to jump over a 5-foot jump. And obviously the pony / donkey refused to, because they're stubborn. Donkeys are known to be stubborn, refused to jump over the jump. So that was my other thing. So I have injuries after injuries. And yeah, I'm growing my roots out. So today is my Poshmark day. At around 4 o'clock, I think I have my show. I try to dabble with both. At the moment, I'm trying to take it easy on the music because I'm brainstorming how to get things together. So yeah, I want to get back into my Asia piece and complete it. And I feel as if when I was doing it on screen, you guys could see like the frustration and the enthusiasm and all the things that come with creating a song and manifesting that into a vision in front of you. You know, it's great and all to understand the visuals from the outsider's perspective, but when you're working on the inside, the way things are completely different than what you might, as a viewer, perceive it as. So I'm showing you guys the behind the scenes and the stuff that happens the stuff that happens behind the scenes. So bear with me with all the things that I'm manifesting and putting together. I have put on a bit. I think through anxiety and stress, I've been gaining a little bit of weight again, which is frustrating me a little bit more. Before we had Dolce, I was able to exercise regularly in the mornings. That has gone out the window. So my schedule, and as well as Facebook, my schedule has gone, it's just all over the place now. So I need to figure out how my schedule is going to maintain all of these other platforms while I maintain my weight, because that's important. Staying healthy, doing all of these things is also a very important part of your mental space. I'm very big into exercise. Doesn't look like it right now, but I was a biker, not a motorcycle biker, but a cyclist, horse riding. I used to enjoy running. I used to do lots of things. I love walking, or I used to love walking, but due to my injury, I cannot walk as much as I used to. So there are a lot of things I've had to kind of give up through the time that I've had my injuries, so to speak. So that's where I am right now. I'm not really talking about music today. I think it's important to understand that my mind space is, generating income. Where am I going to get the next paycheck from? What's going to happen? Are people really assessing this as only music, or are you guys looking at it as a whole? Do I change the name of the YouTube channel? I don't know. I don't know if you think I should. It could be fashion and music, but I think because it started off with music and a little bit of fashion, I think composed music was sent to Margot. I don't think it's too necessary to, keep it simple. It's what everybody says, so I'm keeping it simple. If anybody's interested in fashion stuff, I can always teach people how to make basic patterns off of supplies or materials that they already have. I can do, like I edited this corset, the bottom of this corset, and then patterns that I make are usually from garments that I probably already have collected that I like. I use those patterns because they fit me into a pattern design. You could do it from basics. You can measure out parts and angles and corners, and I have the books and stuff, but sometimes it's a little bit easier if you already have a piece that you're interested in reusing. Not reusing the garments, but actually reusing the pattern idea and developing that into the concept. So and this is a jacket knitted sweater type of thing that I actually made, and this landed up in an exhibition which then landed up in an article at the Smithsonian. So the articles that were written up on me were mainly for textiles. I, on occasion, actually did do music performances in South Africa at gallery spaces. Since I have been back to the States, I have not connected up with people for that because the people here are different than the people overseas. So it becomes a little bit more complex. However, technology has made it a lot easier to do things online. So now I'm now going into the online and taking it very seriously and seeing that there's a platform for people like myself who've had doors open numerous times overseas, but nothing really has opened here in the United States for me. Okay, maybe the Smithsonian, but that's because of all the hard work that I put into it to have an exhibition that successfully made things happen. So, you know, it's all about how much effort you're trying to put into something to develop a goal for yourself. So it could be music, it could be art. I also do art, as you know. It could be fashion. I still really like this jacket. I've been hesitant to sell it because it took me 3 months to make. This is all knitted. There's not 1 ounce of sewing. This is all knitted. There's not one sewn section on here. It's all knitted. Even this threaded in part is also threaded in. It's not really, yeah. So that's where I am right now. Yeah, I thought maybe, you know, since it's wintertime, I haven't worn this jacket. So I wanted to show you guys. This is made out of satin. And yeah, I think at one point, Issey Miyake had done something similar to this. And then also, Versace has used this kind of way to develop their pieces, their jackets. So that's where I am right now. I might consider starting to wear this out next. This is my goal, is like what, you know, I love pulling this out on occasion and showing people my fashion skills, or wearable arts. I would call it wearable art. So that's where I am right now. Yeah, today's a fashion day, so I'm talking fashion right now because I'm focused on my live show and I have to get into the mode of talking designers and fibers and textiles and all the things that come into play with fashion. So I have to split my ideas. Sometimes I don't necessarily have to split. Sometimes I would, for instance, do a live and then maybe on occasion play the piano for the live show on Poshmark. I don't know. It just depends on the situation. What I might do today is just play some of my tracks in the background and then have people just listen to that instead of me getting in and actually playing the actual music. So it comes in handy when you have your own equipment and you've kind of recorded your own stuff. Those then become the stabilizers for the shows. So that's where I am right now. Thank you again. Arigatou gozaimashita. Matashi sayonara, and then Jane bye bye. I'll be back to talk more about music.